Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Reftaco, and today we're back with another video. And the season is soon. The Hall of Fame game's in like 2 days. I'm very happy. But with the season comes awards. I'm going to be doing my awards predictions. We got Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player, Coach of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP in that order. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start off at Offensive Rookie of the Year, where the finalists that I have are Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and Bo Nix. I don't have Drake May or JJ McCarthy on here because I don't think that they're going to get enough really reps. I think that they're not going to start the season off as a starting quarterback, unlike the other three guys. And then Rome, if he does really good, Caleb Williams is just going to get all the credit because it's Caleb Williams. He's the first overall pick. It's mainly a quarterback award. We've just had really good receivers the last couple of years, but still Stroud got it over Puka. Herbert got it over Jay Jetta. So the winner, I believe, will be Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, he's going into a perfect situation. Everybody knows he's going to be a pretty good player. There's obviously going to be growing pains, but that's the same with all these guys. Marvin Harrison could just have an extremely electric rookie season, but if not, it's definitely going to go to Caleb, and that's what I see happening. Then moving on to Defensive Rookie of the Year, the 5 finalists, I have these in order of their draft slot. Same with offense. Leatu Latu, Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, Chop Robinson, and Cooper DeJean. The first 3 are pretty self-explanatory. Chop Robinson, they're going to have both those edges out. Chop Robinson is a good shot to start off on a high note. And then when both of them come back in, he can maybe sneakily come in. I don't know, 8-9 sacks could probably do it. And then Cooper DeJean, I have him over Quinyon Mitchell because as an Eagles fan, Quinyon Mitchell has to battle with a bunch of outside corners to get reps in games. Cooper DeJean has the slot locked up. When they're running nickel, which they run a lot, it's going to be Cooper DeJean. With that being said, I love all these picks, but I do believe that there was just one player that was significantly better than everybody. It was pretty obvious, and that was Dallas Turner. The fact that he fell to the Vikings is amazing. Dallas Turner, just a great edge rusher, great piece in general. I think that he's going to come in and have a very productive rookie season. You move on to Comeback Player of the Year. My 5 finalists, Joe Burrow, Anthony Richardson, Nick Chubb, Aaron Rodgers, and Kirk Cousins. A lot of quarterbacks had injuries last year. They said that they didn't want it to be a player that just turned bad and became good. They had to overcome something. And yeah, Richardson maybe wasn't great, went bad and back to good again. I have him here as a finalist. He's not going to win. But the other guys have, all these guys are pretty good. I think that the winner of this award, though, is going to go to Aaron Rodgers. Nick Chubb's a running back. They won't give it to him, especially because he'll be in a committee. Won't get a ton of carries, maybe, most likely. Kirk Cousins only missed like half the year, and it's more overshadowed by the fact that he went to Atlanta. And then Burrow already won the award. Aaron Rodgers, he came off a torn Achilles. There's all this hype around the Jets. People forget how great Aaron Rodgers was. I mean, if he returns to that form, which he probably won't, definitely locks up this award. But if he's even, 70% that, he still has this award in the bag. Aaron Rodgers is the winner. To move on to Coach of the Year. The 5 people that I have for Coach of the Year is Shane Steichen, Jonathan Gannon, Mike Tomlin, Jim Harbaugh, and Dave Canales. Dave Canales, I have him on here. In case the Panthers do good, it's going to be on Canales. And there's a shot that the Panthers do very good this year. Not very good, but better than people expect this year. Jim Harbaugh, it's kind of the same thing if the Chargers turn around. If any team with a first-year head coach, he turns the program around, which Jim Harbaugh could definitely do with the Chargers, they will usually give him Coach of the Year. Mike Tomlin, you got to give him it at some point. Like, he's Mike Tomlin. He always is like number 4 in the voting. Jonathan Gannon, the Cardinals could explode. The Cardinals could actually have a pretty good year, and Gannon would get Coach of the Year for that. But the winner I will have being Shane Steichen. When he was on the Eagles, man, the Eagles were so good. But Shane Steichen, he had a Colts team that overperformed expectations. And the way that they did it was by running the ball. And now you are going to get back a guy who his main focus, his main archetype, his main play style, you know what I mean, is running the football. He's going to draw linebackers. And this team, I think that they're going to be very explosive. They were explosive when Anthony Richardson was in there. Shane Steichen is an offensive genius when it comes to running the ball. I saw it with the Eagles. It's going to continue with the Colts. It already has. But he is going to lock down Coach of the Year, and the Colts are going to, again, overperform people's expectations. We move on to Offensive Player of the Year. The 5 finalists that I have are Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb. With Mahomes could just go out of nowhere and have an out of the stratosphere season, go insane, and then you have to give him MVP, and oh boy. CMC, he's CMC, could get the ball like 1,000 times, and, you know, he'll get a lot of touches, he'll get a lot of opportunities. Jay Jetta's obviously a great receiver. CeeDee Lamb is going to get a ton of opportunities. Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill, and I think that Tyreek Hill is the one that's going to win this award. I got to give it to Tyreek Hill at some point. He makes that Dolphins offense. When you think of great receivers, usually you tandem them up with good quarterbacks, and you say, oh, well, the quarterback might be making the receiver good. No. Hill makes Tua good. At least that's the consensus. And Tyreek Hill is an amazing receiver. He hasn't won one yet, and I just think that they're going to give it to him. Then, Defensive Player of the Year, you have my finalists are TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Roquan Smith, and Chris Jones. TJ Watt's TJ Watt. He can get a bunch of sacks and win it. Myles Garrett won it last year, but also just get a lot of pressure on the quarterback and win it. Parsons can do whatever you need him to do, but again, a very pass rush centered guy. Roquan Smith, if Baltimore's defense is amazing, he's the captain of that defense. They lost Patrick Queen. There's a shot that the Ravens, there's a pretty good shot that they have the number 1 scoring defense, just because one, Derrick Henry is going to up the offensive time of possession, cause there just to be less points in general. And then 2, the Ravens defense was already great. And then they lost, I don't think they really lost anybody at Nate Wiggins. And then Chris Jones, again, the Chiefs defense could be really good. We saw it in the playoffs, and he will get the credit for it. I think that the winner here is going to be TJ Watt. TJ Watt has had a lot of really solid seasons. He's already won DPOY once. I think that he's going to win again, just simply when you get a bunch of sacks, when you get a bunch of pressure, and there's only going to be more pressure, I think that TJ Watt is going to produce, and that the other D linemen will create for TJ Watt to get sacks. They're going to give him the award. Finally, the most valuable player. When you look at it, the 5 finalists, Patrick Mahomes, he's Patrick Mahomes, obvious. Josh Allen, kind of the same thing, just to a lower degree, but the Bills offense does good. They have to give it to him. CJ Stroud, Texans have a great system around him. He's already a great quarterback, just most likely going to improve. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles offense could skyrocket. I think they will, because we're finally going to have motion before the snap. And I think that Jalen Hurts will definitely get some looks, have a much improved season. And then Jordan Love, if the Packers do good, Jordan Love is going to be the guy. There isn't another real guy in that offense. The winner that I have is CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, he has a great supporting cast. Not that hard of a schedule. It's a pretty hard schedule, but I do think that CJ Stroud, he just has the pieces around him, the talent himself. Everything is in the making for the Texans to have a very explosive offense, especially with Joe Mixon in the backfield as well. Bobby Slowick, one of the best OCs in the league. And CJ Stroud is going to get the credit. CJ Stroud is an amazing player. It's a quarterback award. That's why I had 5 quarterbacks. And CJ Stroud will win the MVP. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.